All right. Everything is done. Okay. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Legion Owl. Hello, Alfredo. Hello, Yoxototh. Hello, Alfredo again. Hello, Rio Kasai. And hello, 77 and Tiny Hat. How are you guys doing? I got time, so yep. It's streaming time because it was either doing this or doing some reading for my Lord of the Rings. By the way, 130 pages into the Book of Unfinished Tales. So boring. Oh my goodness, that book is so boring. Literally nothing happens. But I'm 130 pages into that one, and I think after that one, what's left is just I think it's just Tolkien's poetry. That's what comes next. But I'm knocking them down. I'm slowly but surely going at it. I'm starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel. All right, let's read the chats. Hi everyone. Yo, what's up? Use only the first name. El que lea esto es guapo. It's the university email, so I had my full name. Since you've covered so many names in mythology, why not talk about ranking some of the greatest armaments? Equipment. Interesting. Maybe. I can't change. Hey man, I know this might be a weird question, but what do you think about the Indian gods? I don't want to talk about religions yet. Would I do it one day? I don't know, but right now I don't want to do it. And if you do every mythology, then rank them on a tier list. It would be epic. I think of one day, once after I've covered all the Chinese gods, I will make a video on the strongest gods, just ranking them all from weakest to strongest. But I want to do that video until I cover the Chinese pantheon. When am I going to cover the Chinese pantheon? I have no idea. I have so much to do right now. I know this might be a weird question, and if you do, stream bots, blah blah blah. Hey, if he's the Lord of the Rings, why did he lose the ring? Is he is he a dum-dum? Bro is reading the next book to power scale. I am reading the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I'm going through all of it. I'm done with the trilogy. I've done the Hobbit. I've done the Fellowship, the Return of the King, the Two Towers, and the Silmarillion. And now I am going through the Book of Unfinished Tales. 130 pages into that one. Boring. But I'm going at it. Although I'm starting to see a picture. But the problem is that I get to a conclusion. Like what I'm reading is like, oh, it looks like these characters are like this. And then I get to a page and I'm like, oh, actually, what I thought it was completely wrong. Right now, I found some interesting stuff about what's his name? About the big bad one, not Melkor. Sauron. I found some interesting stuff about him. Not interesting. One day we'll get to it. We'll see. Hi, how have you been? I've been, well, not great, but also not bad, I guess. It's so. Not gonna lie, Azathoth is stronger than Yog-Sothoth. But how? How can one? I just don't understand how people keep fighting me with this. Yeah. You know what? If you want to believe that Azathoth is stronger, that's fine. That's fine. I surrender. I give up. There's no convincing people. It's over. How is your business? Oh, why did you have to do this to me? Not great. I've done some terrible decisions, and I've lost quite a significant amount of money. So things could be better, but they also could be worse. So you know, half empty, half full. You know what they say. Lord of the Rings Lord be like, actually, a letter Tolkien sent to his second cousin explains. I am interested once I get to the letters, and I want to see, because what's in the text is what triumphs, right? If something is contradicted by something in the letter, even if a letter explains it better, it doesn't matter. What's in the text, it triumphs a letter. But I am interested to get to the letters, just to see what I can find from them. But I have to go through all of his texts first. I think that after the Book of Unfinished Tales, what's next would be his poetry. I'm not sure. And after that is the letters. I think that's the order. But we will see. We will see. Right now, all I can say is these guys are definitely not very much strong. But we will see. We will see. Man, make some Roman mythology. The stories about the gods of the underworld are far better okay, sure. I don't know, Roman mythology. I just don't find it interesting, you know? Like, there's much interesting things to talk about. Yog-Sothoth being the supreme is a misinterpretation, if not just complete dishonesty. H.P. Lovecraft and all thought of Sothoth was supreme. Multiple letters, stories, poems. Okay, look, what's his name? Artis Edits. All right, look, if you believe that, then that's fine. You know, that's fine. I cannot convince you, but I already went through this. If I cannot convince you, I cannot convince you. It doesn't matter. But you can believe whatever. I just don't think. No, it's not even I think. It's not true. But it's fine. You can believe whatever you want. Are you avoiding religions to avoid the controversy, or because you want to finish mythology first, and since that takes a lot, you might never get to religions? I am avoiding religions for two reasons. One, it's very controversial, right? And I just don't want to get into that. Like, especially, I would be comfortable if I get to a point where the channel is a relative size that it can take a bunch of mass reports, right? Because here's the thing, you cannot control who watches the video, right? Eventually, at first the video, let's say I upload a video about the Christian God, right? Power scaling the Christian God. At first, it could be just people who understand power scaling who watch the video, right? But eventually, what if the video, is a what if, you don't know, you cannot control it. What if the video gets recommended suddenly to people who have no idea what power scaling is about? Right? And they are just religious people who have never heard of the concept of power scaling. And then they hear me treating their deity as a toy, and they're gonna, understandably so, they're gonna get pretty angry about it. And this could lead to my channel being mass reported. And if the channel is too small, what YouTube is going to do, they're not even gonna tell you anything. They're just gonna pull the plug, and it's like, oh, this channel is super problematic, but it's small, so we don't care, just kill it. And the channel gets nuked. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to talk about religions. The other one is because it feels like it's more fun and to just leave them at the end like the sort of final boss, because they kind of are. Read Claudian, the Raptor Prospefenai, and Stadius Tevate. I read the Stadius Tevate actually. Do you play TF2? Team 4 stars? Team 4, is that what this stands for? No, I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Carter Chandragupta saying Yog-Sothoth is omnipotent is not reliable. Yog is Carter's archetype, and Carter is rather selfish. Arti, look, everything you're saying right now, that's not true. But but it's fine. It's fine. You're obviously already made your decision, right? You already decided that one is the strongest. You're not convinced. I went through the video. Like, I'm sure there's nothing I can say to convince you, right? So if you want to believe it, it's fine. You can believe it, but you are wrong. It's fine that you are wrong, but you're wrong. But it's fine. You can believe it if you want to. Hey there, hello Peter B. It's my boy Probably Sane. Hello, how are you, my friend? I'm doing all right. So 50-50. Speaking of Randall Carter, is it true he's an uber sorcerer more powerful than Doctor Strange? Some YouTuber claim that Doctor Strange is inferior to Randall Carter. Is Randolph Carter... I mean, I wouldn't call Randolph Carter a sorcerer, right? Randall Carter is a dreamer, a very powerful dreamer, but I wouldn't call dreamers sorcerers, right? I guess, like, technically they are, but like, you could also call them... Like, it would be more accurate to call dreamers reality warpers, right? Like, I feel like that... Some people don't even like that term, but they're not magic. They're not, well, I mean, it's so complicated because they technically are. Their power is technically magic, but at the same time, I just wouldn't call them they are sorcerers in a way though, because Randolph Carter does know literal magic. It's like, I just wouldn't call him out. I would not categorize him personally as a sorcerer, right? But I guess he could be categorized as a sorcerer. I don't like it, but regardless, Randolph Carter is very strong. Is he stronger than Doctor... Is he stronger than Doctor Strange? Well, you're talking to somebody who is more of a DC Comics guy than a Marvel guy. So I don't really know how strong.
Probably Sane donated $2. Sorcerers but not sorcerers.
Please tell me you guys hear that, because I've been working on that for so long. Please tell me you guys heard the little voice. I need to know. I need to know that finally working, that I figured it out. Somebody please confirm. Hey, let's go. I could hear it. Let's go. I did it. Okay. As I was saying, I'll get to your thank you for the donation, probably saying I'll get to your comment in a moment. Let me just finish this. As I was saying, I don't consider Randolph Carter a sorcerer. I guess you could say that, but I just wouldn't say it. I just wouldn't say that he's a sorcerer. Now, is he stronger than Doctor Strange? Well, you would have to talk with somebody that is super knowledgeable about Doctor Strange. I know the meme. Oh, Doctor Strange a long time ago, he was like more powerful than the Living Tribunal. So I think like that is it. Do they call it pre-retcon Doctor Strange or something like that? Classic Doctor Strange, I think they call him. I don't know much about Doctor Strange, but I would put my money on Randolph Carter, right? I don't know if Doctor Strange even can affect like infinitely dimensional constructs. You could argue that Randolph Carter is at that level, right? So I would put my money on Randolph Carter. But I know very little about Doctor Strange. I know very little about Marvel, and Doctor Strange is one of those characters that I don't really care about. Like from Marvel, there's like 2 guys that I like. So yeah, I'm out of my depth on that one. You would have to get me and someone who is knowledgeable about Marvel in the same room so we can talk about it and figure it out. My money's on Randolph Carter though. I'm good. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Probably saying, could Mordecai and Rigby defeat Yog-Sothoth before Benson fires them? I have no idea who Mordecai, Rigby, and Benson are. So I don't know. Dreamers are creative. Right, exactly. That is the source of their power, is that they are creative people, right? So that's why they are so powerful. But some are stronger than others, and you know they're artists. So that's what Lovecraft was going for, like artists, and they bring stuff to life with their stories and their art and whatever. That's what Lovecraft was going for. But the Dreamers are very strong. I would say that, but Randolph Carter is considered one of the strongest sorcerers, but not sorcerers. I mean, but that's to me probably saying Randolph Carter objectively does magic, right? He knows spells. So, is he a sorcerer? I just don't think he would be. I would consider him more a reality warper. But some people, because he knows spells, I guess he technically would be a sorcerer. But when I say sorcerer, I imagine a guy with a wizard hat and like a wand and like casting like spells by their names, and Randolph Carter is not like that. So I could hear it. Yes, I heard it. Let's go. What voice? The one for the it works. Great. Kuranes was unaware that he created Cephalus. Dreamers create things involuntarily. Right. But they also can do things. They can affect the dreamlands at will as well. So it's this guy Artis. Okay. You know what, Artis? Whatever you want. He's creative. We call it ye old strange. At least I do. Hey, how are you? The Tempest. I'm so. Could be better, but that also could be worse. So, literary who hates Doctor Strange confirm. I don't hate the character. I just don't care about him. You know. Surtur versus Typhoon. Who wins? Surtur Typhoon. Let me think. I'm gonna go with Typhoon because Typhoon makes the Greek gods scared. Typhoon terrified the Greek gods. The Greek gods should be above concepts. While Surtur, the best you could argue is that he is destroying concepts. So at the bare minimum, like Typhoon would be above Surtur. So I'm gonna go with Surtur. Hey, if you read manga, do you want to have a recommendation for Peak? Yeah, sure, why not? He uses sorcery, but I just don't think he's a sorcerer because he doesn't have a wand and a staff and like cast spells by saying like abracadabra or like, like that's not what a sorcerer is in my mind. So I don't know. I guess he would be like, well, no, not even. I was gonna compare it with like Skyrim. Because Skyrim you just like do the spell, but I don't. I don't know. I wouldn't call him a sorcerer. For me, he's more of a reality warper. Have you read Irredeemable comics? I I have read comics that are irredeemable, yeah, but no, I have not. Wait, maybe I have, and I don't remember. Let me just search what irredeemable is. No, but it does look familiar with the images. The guy looks familiar. Is it Marvel?
Probably Sane donated $5. Do any minor gods have any feats you think are cool? I like Eros becoming the constellation Pisces when running away from Typhon.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get to you. I'm just trying to probably say I love you and thank you for the donation, but I'm trying to get through everyone's, so I'm just trying to be fair. According to someone who corresponded with Lovecraft, all that exists was created in the thoughts of Azathoth. Hey, quick question: how strong is Achilles in his giant god state, the state he was when he fought Memnon and they were buffed by Zeus? Well, that's really hard because, as you say, they were buffed by Zeus, so they were as strong as the god wanting him to be, and they end up being pretty much equal. It's just that Fate and Zeus literally just decide, well, I gotta kill Memnon. So, but they were just equal. So they were as strong as Zeus wanted them to be. Have you ever read 100 Years of Solitude? I tried to read it, but I found it kind of boring. According to H.P. Lovecraft, okay, what Artie, whatever you want, my man. If you want Azathoth to be the strongest, there is nothing I can say. You just basically, you and I can talk about this, but what you're gonna do is you're just gonna cross your arms and say, no, I know better. So you're not open to a discussion, my man. You just want me to say that you are right. So I'm just fast forwarding all the back and forth, and I'm just conceding to you. If you want Azathoth to be the strongest, it's fine. You're wrong, but it's fine. You can have it. Azathoth is the strongest if you wanted to. Do any minor gods have any feats you think are cool? Let me think. Minor gods with cool feats. Who comes to mind right now? I want to say I want to say Web-Wawet, but it's just that I like what Web-Wawet is about. But does Web-Wawet have a cool feat? No, he doesn't have anything interesting. My favorite feat in all mythology that I've read so far, it's just the coolest, is when Quetzalcoatl turns someone's lies into a snake and a fox. I just really like that. It's just such a cool thing. So Quetzalcoatl is invited to this dinner, right? And so Quetzalcoatl shows up, and it's this guy. He's the I was gonna say the king, but he's not a king. He's the ruler of the village, right? And Quetzalcoatl shows up, and Quetzalcoatl asks him something. Quetzalcoatl, being a god, he knows that the guy's lying, but the guy lies to Quetzalcoatl. And because the guy lied, Quetzalcoatl tells him that from that moment on, because he lied to a god to his face, that he's gonna get punished. And Quetzalcoatl turns the guy's lies into the fox and the snake. And that's why, so according to the story anyway, that's why those animals are treacherous towards humans. But it's such a cool thing, man. It's such a really cool thing. There is also another feat in Mesoamerican mythology that I like. It was a bunch of guys that not Huitzilopochtli who was he? It was Tezcatlipoca. I think it was Tezcatlipoca. Tezcatlipoca turns a bunch of guys without a head, and he turns them into dogs. Dogs that were there were just a bunch of dead people without heads, and Tezcatlipoca turns them into actual dogs. Which explains the origin of those dogs, but I forget the name of the animal right now. That one is also pretty cool. It served to explain supposedly anyway, a tribe that was compared by the Mesoamericans with this particular dog. So it's like it was just to explain it, but it's a way of like dissing on them. That was also a pretty cool. But my favorite is this the origin of the serpent and the fox. That's just it's because it's such a unique use of transmutation, right? It's so cool. You because obviously transmutation is always like something physical, but no, they're not limited to just that. They can transform anything into whatever. So that's why I just really like it. It's a very unique use of transmutation, and it's one of my favorite. Have you read Gantz, and do you know about the computer god in Gantz? Gantz sounds familiar. Is this a manga? Let me Google it. Because it sounds familiar. Gantz sounds familiar. Sounds like a manga to me. Yeah, it is. It is some sort of manga. Yeah, I have heard the name, but no, I have never read it. But I have heard the name. You heard of Sporgy the Menace? No, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't follow other people online, so I don't know who this is. I mean, I'm sure the person is fine. I feel bad every time I say that I don't know who someone is, because it sounds like I'm like, you know, like better than everybody, you know, like, oh, I have never even heard of this person because I'm sober. But no, if he's a power scaler, I do not watch power scaling content because I really try to, which sucks because I really like power scaling, but I try to avoid power scaling videos because I don't want to get influenced by what they say, their ideas, or especially their jokes or their editing style. I don't want to get influenced by any of that, so I try to avoid power scaling videos like the plague. I do not click on them at all. So if this person is a power scaler, I don't watch power scalers. But I also don't watch other types of content. Anyways, try scaling every mythical creature next. It's so cool. No, you. I got ads. I didn't hear what you said about the Land of Lustrous earlier. Man P. Dude, I love your videos, man. They make work fly by for me. Oh, thanks, Ace. Alex Pereira lost. I am sad. How do you feel? Alex Pereira lost. Yeah, he lost, but his loss wasn't like a detriment. Like it wasn't like, first of all, it doesn't matter if a guy loses, right? Like it boxing, UFC, MMA is not boxing. A loss should not be the end of a fighter's career. That's a weird thing in boxing, and it should not be like that in MMA. It's fine that a guy has lost. That's fine. We shouldn't get fixated on the undefeated thing, because then if we get fixated on that, then that's just going to turn MMA into boxing. These guys should not be scared of losing. That's it. Like, yeah, like he lost, but like whatever. Like he wasn't like absolutely bodied by the other dude, so it's fine. Just Google that Sporgy guy. Whatever. I thought people losing was the end of the world, though. Also, just out of curiosity, where are you from? I don't want to say the exact country, but I am from Latin America. Also, lately I've seen a character called I Am That I Am who solos fiction, quotations, but from my knowledge, there is no strongest character. By the way, love your videos, dude. Makes my day so much better. Thanks, Aeon. I have heard of this I Am Who I Am, or I Am That I Am. I have also heard him. This is a guy that has a reputation online of being supposedly the strongest character in fiction. We would have to go through everything, right, to see if he really is that strong. But I have heard a lot of people saying that the guy is unbelievably strong and supposedly the strongest character in fiction. One day we can go through all, well, when I say we, it's me, but we could go through all of it one day. It's just I have too many projects already, but one day I kind of want to go, because I keep hearing that he's the strongest and he's the strongest, and so many people keep saying it. I just have this suspicion that one day I'm gonna go through all of it and it's gonna turn out that he's not as strong as people say he is, because that happens all the time. Yeah, man, he got good wrestling defense now. Alex, yeah. Well, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. People with a 0-0 record are technically undefeated. Correct. Yeah. It's just a really weird thing that you see in boxing where like the guys are obsessed about never losing, and that just makes it all so much lamer. It makes the sport significantly worse by the guys just trying to protect their undefeated record at all costs. MMA should not be like that. We should not care about if a guy loses. It should be whatever. Like Demetrius Johnson is still one of the best fighters that has ever lived, regardless of the fact that he's lost. So if Tom Aspinall loses tomorrow, he's still a really good fighter. Like losing doesn't matter. Well, he technically has lost. Tom Aspinall has lost to Curtis Blaze, but that's because he got hurt. But the point is that it shouldn't matter. We should not fixate on a guy losing. I Am That I Am is from World of Darkness RPG. Oh, that gives me bad signs. He's he's not even from a book. He's from an RPG game. That gives me bad signs because all video game characters, I don't know what it is, but video game characters always get hyper inflated. That's how you get stuff like Infinite Multiversal Kratos. So that gives me bad signs. That's a red flag to me that the guy is from a video game. It's a World of Darkness character. World of Darkness is pretty weirdly power scaled because all rumors and perspectives are treated as true when part of the setting is contradicting viewpoints. We will see one day. We will see one day. We can get to it. It's just that right now I have so many projects. His title as the unimaginable, and that title is cool. Really makes it seem like he is. But like Yog-Sothoth is the beyond one. I would not call Yog-Sothoth the strongest character in fiction. That's a ridiculous title to give to someone. Yeah, man, love you. Yeah, man, love you, man. I love you too, Hardik. Mighty Mouse is insanely underrated. I feel happy that over the years, people have come around to like appreciate Demetrius Johnson more and more. That's good because the guy deserves it. It's a shame that like what happened to him it's kind of a shame, but yeah. Originated from a book. Accidentally sent my comment too early. I Am That I Am. One day. Yahweh no. It probably is. Not as strong as the OG though. I doubt it though. Hey who, I think you made a mistake in your Nyarlathotep video. You conflated 3 of the hill creature and the pharaoh with the hunter of the dark. No, you're wrong. They're the same thing. Unless you wanna suggest that there are 2 creatures that are functionally the same, which is really strange, but whatever. Like I know that you're gonna say, well, since it's not stated that they are literally it is not stated that they are the same, right? But we can deduce it, right? But that's fine. I understand you. You probably, well, it's weird that you are a literal guy, because if you were a literal guy and you were like, this is not stated in the text, therefore you cannot make any conclusions. It has to be only what's stated in the text, literally and textually. If you were like that, you would not believe that Azathoth is the strongest, right? So it's I don't know. Well, Artie, you're an interesting person. Whatever you want to believe, you can believe it. It's fine. Hello again. Spyros, hello. Kagemaru, hello. Kagemaru, that name sounds familiar to me. Hello, Kagemaru. Do SCP content. A lot of people have requested it. My problem with SCP, which I've explained before, is that everything counts. Everybody, hold on. My boy probably saying has donated again.
Probably Sane donated $2. Literary Who versus Literally Who.
My point, I love you, probably Sane. My problem with SCP is that everything counts. So I can write my own SCP and that would count. However, recently on Twitter, I have been talking with somebody about this, and because the guy read my comment, because I left this comment to somebody, and the guy read my comment and he went to my Twitter. I love when people do this, and it's like, hey, I saw your comment about the SCP and I just want to let you know this. And then he started ranting, and what he said is that there is a wiki about the SCP, and I could just power scale, which is most commonly accepted by the fan base as the primary source. So he said just take everything that is in the wiki and power scale it, which is an option, right? But that wouldn't be the SCP. That would be the SCP according to the wiki. But that is a possibility. That is a way to approach it. That is what I could end up doing. Ever read Paradise Lost? Literary Who? Yes. I have, and here's a controversial take. I don't think it's that good. I mean, let hold on. Let me say this. Yes, it's a good text, but it's not a masterpiece. I know it sounds blasphemous when I say it, but I don't think that the Paradise Lost is that amazing. Between Paradise Lost and Goethe's Faust, I would pick Goethe's Faust. Goethe's Faust is really good. I love Goethe's Faust. If you have time, read Claudian the Persephonae 2, the Fates Simp for Pluto Heart in this epic. Literary Who versus Literally Who. Literary versus literally. So funny. So far, based on what you know, who is the most powerful character in Chinese mythology? Is this is this the guy Julius with an alt? Is this Julius with an alt? Spyros is Julius with an alt. I don't want to spoil the what I know about Chinese mythology. I have so much reading that I have to go through, but one day do Reverend Insanity content for real. What in the hell is Reverend Insanity content? There is no concrete lore in SCP, right? Which is my problem with scaling it, right? Because if you want to scale it, where do you get your sources, right? Where? If I can make a story and my story can have the same value as anyone else, then where do you get it? But I was talking with this guy who told me, no, there is a wiki that the majority of people who like SCP, they accept that wiki as the main continuity. So you can use that, which is a possibility. I could end up doing that. Artie, you're not using Lovecraft at that point. SCP is a wiki. Who you have an X account? I will follow. Yeah, I have a Twitter account. It's in all the descriptions of every single one of my videos. Just go to the bottom. What is a masterpiece then? I mean, it's up to anyone. It's up to anyone, right? But my point is, like, I don't think the book, like Paradise Lost, is as good as people hype them up to be, right? Can you power scale yourself? Yeah, but like that would not be very impressive. But yeah, probably I could. Wait, you read Faust? Yo, it's so peak, bro. I really like it. Yeah. Faust is really good. It's so good. It's probably one of the best texts I've read. Probably, yeah. That's a hot take. In my opinion, Paradise Lost is a masterpiece. I'm not saying Paradise Lost is bad. I'm just saying people put it on this pedestal where it's like, yeah, this is it, bro. This is it. This is the peak of literature. And I just don't think it's that good. It's good, but it's not that good. Could I write something better? No, but it's not that good. I know you don't use EU mythos, non-Lovecraft stuff for scaling, but just curious, have you read any and did you like it? No, I have not even tried it because I didn't want to poison my mind with stuff outside of Lovecraft, right? So I never even touched it, never even bothered. Buddha or the Jade Emperor? I'm not even gonna give you the answer. No. Have you heard of the hot dog mythology? A lot of people don't know that most of Sun Wukong's feats are from Journey to the West and not from Chinese mythology. I think that everyone knows that, no? Like, well, I am I am overestimating. No, you're probably right. You're probably right. Is possible to power scaling Dante's Divine Comedy? Yes, of course it is. Of course it is. You can power scale pretty much anything. You would have to go out of your way. This is something that some people believe. I got this comment so many times in my Lovecraft videos. You cannot power scale the other gods. You can power scale pretty much anything. In fact, you would have to go out of your way to make a character that cannot be power scaled. So the idol of Cthulhu is called a statue of the Great Old One. These Great Old Ones had shape, but they're not. Artie, I already conceded, man. Whatever you think is correct. you're wrong, but whatever you think is correct. Because as I said, you're not open to a discussion. You just want me to give you the yes, you're right. So I'm doing it already. You're correct. There you go. You got it. Aeon, for real though, Faust is crazy good. You should read Ulrich. Alberic Comedia has insane cool scaling. Yeah. I think so. Well, when I read those, I wasn't thinking of the power scaling. I was just admiring as a text. What other classic literature in parentheses have you read? I don't know. I don't know. I'm like giving you a list right now. I in the call. I kind of think for some reason I want to answer that question with the Bible, but. It's because sometimes when somebody asks you a question, right, you have to think of something and answer right away. If somebody stop you on the street right now and ask you name a movie, you'd be like, you freeze. I cannot think of anything at the top of my head right now. I read your question and the first thing that came to my head was the Bible. So there you go. Faust is definitely one of the best out there. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. I love it so much. He hates Paradise. I don't hate Paradise Lost. I just don't think it's as good as people say. Man, do you follow JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I have watched the one with Hamon, part 1. I think JoJo's divided by parts. So I've watched part 1 and I've watched all the way up to They Defeat Dio. I watched that, all of it in its entirety, the anime. Now, I've never read the manga, but I read all of that I watched all of those anime episodes. And after that, I just never went back. I just wanted to see what JoJo was about. So I experienced that and I'm like, I think I got enough JoJo. Thanks. I'm good. I think who is being mind hacked by the ghost of August Derleth, which is why he thinks evil exists in the mythos. How far does mythology's use go in Lovecraft? He would kill everyone in the Lovecraftian mythos. Bro, it will be Buddha. Literally who? You said at the end of the Lovecraft video that they aren't the most powerful. Then I went to Google and read a bunch of random stronger. But which one out there in your mind who said that? No, I should have explained it better, and I just sometimes you say things and you think that people understand what you're saying, right? But then you read the comments and you're like, oh, people, I needed to explain it better. So what I try to mean when I said that they were not the strongest, what I try to mean is that the strongest character in fiction does not exist. It cannot exist. And I thought that was a pretty easy to understand concept. So that's why I didn't even bother explaining it, right? To me, explaining that the strongest character in fiction cannot exist is like explaining to someone the sun. You can just tell them to look at it. It's an obvious thing, right? But no, when I said that the Lovecraftian gods are not the strongest, I just meant that the strongest character in fiction cannot exist. It's nonsense to me. It's nonsense to give that title to anyone. Read a bunch of over narrator stuff, mostly SCP stuff. Where are you? SCP entries, boring stuff. Wondering if there is anyone stronger than Lovecraft, but actually with story behind. Well, yeah, there's probably tons of characters that are stronger than Lovecraft, but what does it matter? Who cares? The Bible is the GOAT. The Bible is a seriously underrated text. Just as a piece of literature, I think you prepare yourselves for a nuclear hot take, okay? This is probably the final hot take. The Bible is unironically the best text ever written. Unironically, I say this unironically. The Bible is amazing. It's easily the best book I have ever read. It's incredible. As a piece, no, remove all the religious context out of it, right? Remove all of that and just judge it as a work of literature. No different than Harry Potter or The Lord of the Rings. The Bible is incredible. It is actually a masterpiece. It's an incredible book. I unironically recommend it to anyone. If you want peak literature, I will go eyes closed, the Bible. When it's good, it's incredible. Just came across someone who said the Supreme Archetype is a different being from Yog-Sothoth. I wanted to straight up call them an idiot. I still know that there's people who think that, and you know, it's fine. It's fine. Like, if you want to believe that the Supreme Archetype is like a separate guy, I can't. At this point, I cannot. Whatever they want to believe, they're gonna believe it. Like, you cannot convince someone that Bigfoot does not exist, right? They already think that Bigfoot exists. And so they're just looking for validation, right? So sometimes it's difficult. LMAO, okay, no worries. Happy to know you live up to your channel name. Not sure what this is, what you were referencing here. Chubezi Oniwawa, over narrator stuff don't scale anywhere. I have no idea what over narrator stuff means. If I had to guess, I think that means that the character is more powerful than the person writing the story. That would be my guess about that. Wait, what isn't JoJo about? I was going to be mean and say a good story, but no, some people like it. That's fine. It wasn't for me. I don't see what the hype about JoJo is all about. Bible counts as classic literature, I think. Generally, Lovecraft characters don't show a lot of concept manipulation, which literally who scales higher than dimensional. That is correct, and I think it makes sense, right? Because no matter how many dimensions you add, like infinite dimensions is smaller than the actual concept of dimensionality as a whole. So to me, that makes sense. However, now I know that there are some people who disagree with me on this. Sun Wukong versus Kratos from God of War. I don't think that Kratos is as strong as people say he is. I keep saying this. One day we would go through all of the games live and we can discuss Kratos' powers as I play the games. But I'm telling you, I just don't think that Kratos is as strong as people say he is. Me and fellow autist Sporgy would like to know where you got the claim of Cthulhu living in the void. As far as I'm aware, he lives in Relie and was born in the void. Ooh, Artie, leave him alone. Artie, come on. True. What it 100% is, no doubt, the Bible solos. I don't know, man. The long family trees and random these people went to this place stuff get kind of repetitive. I concur. In the Bible, Matthew definitely went hard on the family trees. Okay, I gotta disagree with you about the Bible. Crazy take, not gonna lie. It's definitely underrated, but it's not the best if we assume Christianity is not correct. I think it's an incredible text. I really think it's like, here is the nuclear hot take. If I said that I was a nuclear hot take, I think that the Bible is the best text humanity has to offer. That's how highly I think of that book as a work of literature, right? No, remove all the theology, right? Just as a text, as from what's written in there. I just think it's incredible. I really think it's an amazing read. It's because it's that good that it holds that reputation, in my opinion. Bible Goat, how far does mythology Wukong go in Lovecraft? That's a really good question, actually. The easiest way to beat Wukong is if you have Power Null, because Wukong is not immune to Power Null. Do anyone in Lovecraft has that? You could argue that they do, because they transcend infinite dimensionality. So through some weird arguments, you could argue that they do. It's tricky. It's tricky. I would have to really think about it. What beats the Bible Nifun? I don't know what the Bible Nifun is. It's some sort of version of the Bible. I don't know. Scale the monad. Don't. It'll make you go crazy. I found JoJo boring AF. I mean, it's fine. It wasn't for me. But some people enjoy it, and that's great. I mean, the whole dimensionality versus concepts entirely depends on your view of metaphysics. Concepts definitely transcend material dimensions. I think yoga's conceptual manipulation by being everything includes all concepts, but that's headcanon, I guess. So Sun Wukong wins against who was you asking me? Against the Lovecraft mythos? I really would have to sit down and think about it. Nirvana Wukong wins, no doubt. Nirvana Wukong would destroy all of them. But like regular Wukong, I would have to sit down and think about it. People try to use set theory to get dimensions higher than infinite. It's definitely humanity's best. You're probably talking about the Bible there. I think it's incredible. Have you watched Oppenheimer? Peak movie. Unfortunately, I don't have. It sounds so hypocritical whenever I say I don't have time, because I'm doing stuff like this. But I haven't had the time to watch movies. The latest movie that I watched was it wasn't even a movie. Someone that I know was watching this movie. What's it called? It's a musical about the Wizard of Oz. I saw somebody watching that movie recently.
Probably Sane donated $5.
My boy.
Something I think is super underrated are versus matches with Lovecraft lower tiers like The Haunter in the Dark or The Color Out of Space.
The color of the space of the problem is that most of these guys are like super strong, so it's hard to find them a good matchup. But yeah, I can see what you're saying. It's obviously just my personal opinions, but there are quite a few literary works that have brought me more value. Again, if the Bible is true, then this. No. But we're not. Oh, Nefun is a person. I see. I understand now. No. I agree with you on ignoring the. I just think that if you just judge it, no different than that. If you judge the text, no different than you would judge, I don't know, Harry Potter or Twilight or Lord of the Rings or Lovecraft or whatever, right? Just as a story, I think it's nothing beats it. Which I know it's insane to some of you, but I just think that as a text, it's incredible. It's really good. It has weak parts. But when it's good, it's pretty much unbeatable. Set theory and Cardinal get repeated in SCP. Nefun, the name of the guy who said the Bible isn't one. Wow, I never joined one of your streams before. What do we do here? I just read your chats and then I like comment on them. I guess that's what we decided that I do every time. Watching JoJo? No watching JoJo meme. Nah, bro, I am a version of the Bible of the Bible Trust. Something I think super underrated. Weaker versions. Who is weak enough in the Bible, like in the Bible, in Lovecraft, that you can put to? I think like a pretty weak, like a mid tier, like weak dreamer would be interesting. But the Lovecraftian gods are too strong for most fictional settings. They're too strong, and almost everything in Lovecraft that is in the Dreamland or upwards is too powerful. This is not to say that the Bible isn't very good. It's just not the best, in my opinion. I respect that opinion, Nifon. I respect it. I don't expect everyone to agree with me and be like, yep, he did it. He solved it. No. But to me, the Bible is the best, bar none. Like, there's nothing that comes close to it. Immortality in Chinese mythology doesn't necessarily mean you can't die, as shown when Wukong died in Journey to the West and was then revived. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Cantor's theory was there is an uncountable infinity, and then there was a countable infinity. The Bible is so insanely deep. Every single time you read it, there will be more things you uncover that you didn't realize were there. I forgot. The Table of Nations. It's one page. It's insane because it's just one page, and you can write like so much about it. Like, and people have. The text is inconceivably deep. Nothing comes close to it. I know. Some of you disagree with me. That's fine. I'm gonna stop gassing it. But I think it cannot be touched. I don't think no one ever will write anything that will ever come even close to what the Bible has written, to what's written in the Bible. Not the Bible has written. Sumo Wukong versus Son Goku. Probably Wukong. Yeah, probably Wukong. Yeah. But why though? Let's think about this. I'm gonna waste so much time thinking about it. Is who ignoring my messages? It doesn't. Oh wait, it's this guy Artie. Well, like I said, Artie, I already told you. If it's fine. Whatever you want to believe is fine. It's fine. How strong are archangels in the Bible? Nope, we're not talking about that. What do you think about Alucard versus Mahito? I don't know what Mahito is. What is it? Is it a character from Helsing? Because I don't know anything about Helsing. Wait, why is the music not playing anymore? Okay, fine, whatever. Who? But your argument for Bible is like saying that Harry Potter is not about magic. Where are all the videos that are not on your channel now? If I delete a video, I don't save it anywhere. And if I would only delete a video if I get a stupid copyright strike because I don't feel like fighting them. Like, if I shouldn't even. No, I'm shouldn't even talk about it. But if I get a copyright strike on the video, I would rather delete it than have to fight it. What in the name of the grey and hoarding no rings is literally who thinking to think that the Kenyans are the Canadians are from Yugoth. People have written about the Bible. Please gas it. Briefly explain your take. True. Also, it's a bit strange to say the Bible is the best literary work when it's more like a library than a singular work. Fair. In Lovecraft, a human is like a character in a game, and Lovecraft's gods are equivalent to an actual human who can play infinite games and make infinite characters, in my opinion. The Bible is incredibly original. Who would have thought of one singular or powerful god back then? It's honestly an insanely and insanely fascinating. The creation of the universe is insane in the Bible. In the Bible, Archangels in the Bible get no death by Yahweh, but that's all you need to know. Can Goku beat the other gods? No, the other gods are too strong. Like, Goku has not demonstrated that he can affect structures that are infinitely dimensional. Goku would have to demonstrate that he transcends infinitely dimensional power, right? Even if you say that Goku is like 50 billion D, that's still weaker than infinite dimensions, right? And the other gods are above that. So no, Goku can, well, let's not say never, but like I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Could you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel? Every time I try to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, most of the people watching me go, no thank you, and they leave. I like this better. I like just talking to you guys better. Mahito is the flesh guy from Jujutsu Kaisen. Ah, okay, yeah, I have not watched anything about Jujutsu Kaisen. Where are all the videos that are not on your channel? Wait, didn't I answer this already? Ladney Boyd. Hello. Goku can't affect 5-dimensional structures even. Well, that depends on who you ask. Some people believe that he's like Queen Billion Versal, right? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like how many dimensions, how many D's he can touch. It doesn't matter. The other gods are above infinite dimensionality. So Goku is nothing to them. He's joking, by the way. Goku solos fiction. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about the little fact that Goku actually solos fiction. So let me go and search it. Where is it? Browser. Goku solos. How do I do this? Goku solos meme. There we go. That's much better. Yeah. Anyways, now that we've solved it. Yeah, Goku wins everything forever. Goku actually might be a good matchup for a weaker Dreamer. No, no. But Myth of Gilgamesh existed before Bible. So explain me that. I don't understand what the Myth of Gilgamesh has to do with me liking the Bible. Like, yeah, okay, one is older than the other one, but I still like the Bible better. I don't like the Bible because it's old. I like it because I think it's really good. Goku can't even teleport to different universes on Super. He can't? Wait, let me remember this. No, he cannot teleport anywhere. No, he never teleports from one universe to another. Even in his own universe, he needs like key signals if it's too far. So yeah, I still don't see how that Skibidi. His range is shite. Reese Cake. Have you read In Search of Lost Time? No. Anyone remember that Niar just slapped Azathoth across the face? That demon is based. He is in fact Goku Versal. Can CC, and I think this stands for Capsule Corp, and Zeno can't affect 7-dimensional. Might be a hot take. Made it. Goku is about one Goku strong. Yeah, that is true. Goku in the scale of Goku Versal, Goku ranks as one Goku Versal. Oh, Uranus Versal solos everything in fiction. Finally, accurate Goku lore thanks to DuckDuckGo. Goku Versal. Can mythology Tiamat beat Shub-Niggurath? Yes. All mythological, well, not all of them, but most mythological gods transcend infinite concepts. Well, they are above infinite concepts. Some of them are infinitely above infinite concepts. So yes, they could. Oh, great old ones, why can't you beat Goku? Oh, great Koth, Fartulu, old, blah, blah, blah. Dimensional tearing and its consequences have been a disaster for the power scaling community. It is funny. I really laugh whenever I'm like, yeah, but like this guy is like 70s or whatever. I really like whenever I laugh when I see people say that. That's so funny. I can get blank to 50 billion D. Wow, that's so cool. If I remember correctly, he can't. Only angels can. I just joined. Hi, is he talking about the Bible? I was for a little bit professing my love to the text. Yeah, and he demonstrated problems with range to perceive ki really far. If I remember correctly, Nefun is speak. Okay. Dimensional scaling doesn't make sense. It's not like dimensions are above each other or view lower ones as fiction. As someone who used to take Bible studies as a kid and have listened to a few Wendigo videos, I can confirm the Bible is popped off sometimes and sometimes it got wild. Tell Cthulhu to hook up with some alien lean. Besides Goku and Jiren, who is the most powerful character in Dragon Ball? Well, jokingly, you kind of kill me because you'll say no Jiren, right? But unless we call Jiren the Sots, which stands for Invincible Strongest of the Strong. But not jokingly, the strongest character in Dragon Ball right now is probably the Grand Priest. Probably, right? Unless Salama, the Dragon King, the Dragon God, unless he's super crazy strong, probably the Grand Priest, El Grande Padre, as I call him. Did you read it in French or English, Aeon? No, why is he? I'm fluent in both, but I prefer the French version. Dumas. But if dimensional scaling results in so much trouble, what would we even replace dimensional tier scaling with? Nah, Goku. Agreed, Aeon is good in both languages, but the French version is better. Replace it? Cause he's Goku Versal. Just remove it. Goku. No, the non-gods probably Moro. Goku. What if Goku goes to Carcosa and then gets bodied by Hastur, God of Shepherds? What if Goku goes to Carcosa? Yeah, but like Hastur is not that strong though. So Goku would actually crush Hastur. Unless you start like adding like other writers aside from the guy who created the character. The guy who wrote The King in Yellow, right? If you add that other guys, then he gets strong. But if you only use what was written by Chambers in The King in Yellow, Hastur is not that strong. Goku would body him. There is not a strongest fictional character. There are millions of works we haven't discovered or popularized yet. Who knows? There could be some all-powerful character in the future. Right, but like the problem is that, but it's just, I just don't think that the strongest character in fiction could ever exist. El Grande Padre versus El Gohan Blanco, throw El Hermano in the mix. Grand Priest is like 3 Goku Versals at least. If we don't count the gods and stuff, I think Moro might be the strongest. If we don't count the gods, Moro might be the strongest. But Goku beats him though. Ultra Instinct Goku beats him, so Goku would be the strongest. And Gogeta is stronger than Broly. No, Broly is stronger than Ultra. Well, is he strong? It's not complicated. No, wait, no. Broly is stronger than Ultra Instinct Goku in the manga, for sure. There is no stronger fictional character right now. I don't think there will ever be one. Does Goku no longer become stronger because his writer died? No, of course he will. Of course they will make him stronger. Like, Dragon Ball is not done just because Toriyama's gone. They will continue. It's like, it's a multi-billion-dollar franchise. There's no way they're gonna be like, well, we hate money, so no, that's not happening. How far does Mythology Gilgamesh go in Lovecraft? If you give him his god status, then he kills everybody, right? Because at the end of his story, he becomes a god. According to Google and other sources, over-narrator means that at the end of the day, all creatures are our creation, and over-narrator goes beyond that, so it's like a funny thing we see now. Honestly, I like a meme. It's like a meme at this point. Goku, how far does your hate for Lovecraft myths, madness, aura go in Lovecraft? There's people still fighting me about that one too. It's fine. You cannot convince them. It's whatever. You watched Dragon Ball Daima yet? No, I have not. I heard it's not really good though. I heard it's not great. So the most exciting things about it apparently are just the fact that that Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3 and Goku turns Super Saiyan 4, and they're like, I don't know, I just knew it, bro. I just trained really hard after Majin Buu and became Super Monkey Man. And so that's creating a problem for future for Dragon Ball Super. It comes into question about what's happening. Like, I just think that they should just I don't know why they didn't do this at the end of Daima, but what they should have done at the end of Daima is just reveal that Dragon Ball Daima takes place on a separate continuity and just confirm that there are multiple continuities and they are all canonical. I don't know why they didn't do that, but that's what they need to do. They need to confirm all continuities. Dragon Ball Heroes, the manga, the anime, all the movies, they should make them all separate continuities. That way they can write whatever they want. I don't know why they didn't do that in Daima. They should have done that. Who is the most powerful character in DC Comics? Right now, easily the Presence. Here's a question. Can the Empire of Sanchan beat Goku though? Let's just be honest. Our fandom, the Lovecraftian Mythos fandom, is kinda toxic. No, I don't think I interacted with a lot of really... I interacted with a lot of people who were very against what I said, because they were getting their sources from the Wikipedia, right? And what I say directly contradicts the Wikipedia. But I didn't got anybody on my Twitter like trying to like debate me for that. No, wait, I did got a bunch of people asking me to debate Webcam Parrot, but that was something that lasted for a bit and then it went away. What else happened to me? Oh, I was also told that apparently that guy who created the game, apparently he fucking hates my videos. What's his name? The guy who created the RPG tabletop game. Somebody on Twitter sent that to me. I don't know. It's some random making some stuff up, right? So maybe he's lying. But this person told me that the guy who made the RPG game fucking despises my videos about the Lovecraft. I was told to debate web. It was a bit of negativity, but for the most part, I've dealt with worse fan bases. Nothing beats Dragon Ball fan bases, because oh my goodness, when it's bad, it's bad. Hold on. Dragon Ball fans don't read. Hold on. I don't. Where is the goddamn meme? I can't find it. I can't find it. This one is pretty good. It can stay like that. No, the worst fan base that I've dealt with is Dragon Ball fans. They get pretty toxic very quick.
Probably Sane donated $2. I don't get why people get so mad over power scaling.
Yeah, it's really weird that when you tell them like when I don't know why some people get super invested about their guy winning fights, but some people do, and nobody does it worse than Dragon Ball fans. The worst fan bases that I've interacted with in my literal years in the power scaling world, because I've been doing this stupid hobby before I even had a channel, and I've interacted with a lot of people. Always, nobody beats Dragon Ball fans. When they get bad, they get pretty bad. I Am That I Am has I Am a board game and have a novel, so I'm OP as piss. I tried doing Daima, it was very meh. They ripped off GT's gimmick of making Goku a kid. The whole thing felt made for children. It seemed to promote a game currency of some kind. Yeah, I've heard that it's not very good. The war to end all others. Me versus agenda scalers and trolls. Yeah, it does seem kinda a guy thing. One of the reasons I'm the only girl I've met interested in it. It's just kind of I don't understand it, right? I don't understand why it makes some people so mad. It's not usually kids. It's usually kids that get really mad about this. But it's mostly Dragon Ball fans. Those are the worst. I was told that Lord of the Rings fans also will get pretty toxic against me once I make my scaling on the Lord of the Rings characters. I've also been warned that fan base is actually kind of toxic, but we will see. But I don't think anybody will get as bad as Dragon Ball as Dragon Ball fans. They get pretty bad, dude. Like the meanest comments that I've ever gotten is in any video that says anything negative about Dragon Ball. And get pretty vicious. I have literally unironically read comments from people trying to chain scale Chi-Chi to galaxy level. Me, Manhattan versus Rat. True, mister. How was your day? It's been fine. It's been so actually. It's been not bad, but also not great. So, you know, you take what you can get, I guess. It's fine. It's whatever. Power scaling is one thing, but gender scaling is one big thing. You should comment about the Balrog's wings or lack thereof. You'll get nothing but positivity from the Lord of the Rings fandom. But the Balrogs do have wings, though. I do think they have wings, though. It does seem to make sense to me that they have wings. I know that that's a contested topic in the fandom. But I'm pretty sure it. No, I'm not sure. I've gone through the text, and so far I'm convinced it does have wings. Also, I am convinced that no, I was gonna talk about that, but should I talk about that? Yeah, no, I am convinced that it seems to make sense to me that Ancalagon really fell on 3 mountains, right? Ancalagon really literally destroyed Tangorondrim. Or oh my god, I'm gonna get destroyed when I start making those videos because of the pronunciation of everything. I can just imagine them. Oh my god, that's gonna be great. The real Dragon Ball fanbase is confident that no matter what, their hero wins in the end. The problem is that they always want Goku to win, though. By the way, Noxanor's reaction is all laughs. He doesn't criticize your takes or anything. It's 99% laughs. When you said the flute players create all loss, he completely lost it. Okay. No, is Noxanor somebody who reacted to one of my videos? Cool, I guess. Eru, Lord of the Rings, has no feats above Universal. Oof! Aeon! Oof! Oof, Aeon! The thing is, it's gonna be really hard, because I know what they're gonna say. I know what the Lord of the Rings fans are going to say. They are going to tell me that Eru Iluvatar is as strong as the God of the Bible because Tolkien was a Christian, right? I know that that's what they're going to argue. I just know it, and they're not going to like them when we're not going to like me when I say that Eru is is not unbeatable. Mr. Manhattan versus Rat. I might get skinned and hang on a wall for that comment. Me saying Eru isn't above Universal. Oh, I have no idea if it does or not. The Balrog having wings or not, it's a contested topic in the Tolkien fan base. I think it does. I think it makes sense to me. I just know that's a really heated topic. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Goku always winning is not a problem. It's just fact. It's funny to say, right? Like the joke is funny, but the problem is that some people believe it. Have you read Ode to the Abyss by CAS? He said in a letter it was about Azathoth destroying the world. Yeah, bro, he reacted to your 1 hour long video XD. Oh, you're saying this person, Noxanor, reacted to my wow, a 1 hour reaction video. How long is that video? 5 hours long? Jesus Christ. But I understand you don't watch other to not get influenced when scaling. It's cool. Question: are the Aztec gods Oh, is he a power scaler? Oh, that's cool. Question: are the Aztec gods planetary, universal, or subplanetary? Are the Aztec gods transcend concepts as transcend concepts, right? So they would be much stronger than universal. But do they have any feats? Well, yes. But do they have any planet level feats or any universal feats or any above? Well, yeah. I mean, like Quetzalcoatl. Hold on, my cat is. What is he doing? What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing there? Get out of there, silly Billy. what was I saying? Quetzalcoatl pushing the sun. That is an above planet level feat with him just blowing air and the sun gets moved. That's an above planet level feat. It depends on how you define universe, I guess. Yeah, his video is long, like 3 hours long. Jesus. Well, there you go. If Eru is god level, cause Tolkien is creature, does that mean Sir Galahad is Jesus? Hello, Froge. Hello, Jelly Donut. I've been following Noxaynor for years. He's a good guy. Cool. I don't have anything against any other YouTubers, by the way. It's just that I don't watch Power Scalers because I don't want to get influenced by them. I certainly don't want to steal their jokes, and I certainly don't want to steal their editing style, right? And so, even if I don't do it maliciously, it's inevitable that it will happen. If I watch every death battle video, it's inevitable that I would talk like them, right? And let's not try to do that, because I don't want to like get accused of like of plagiarism. We don't need another Danko, okay? That's it. That's it. But he's all laughs and funny. Is funny actually. If you feel like you should watch a bit, maybe a couple of clips to laugh. CAR. Yeah, but they can barely beat the earth. What's your cat's name? Well, that is a very interesting question that you asked me, because I just call him Cat. And when I take him to the bed, and at the bed is like, what's the name of the cat? And I just go, Cat. It's like, yeah, but what's the name? I go, the name of the cat is Cat. I don't give it a name. And they look at me like I'm a psychopath. And I always have to explain to them, it's like, I don't think the cat cares about having a name, right? If the cat could talk, the only thing it would say is that it wants food. Like, it wouldn't say like, well, actually, I don't like I don't like my name, actually. Right? So yeah, I just call him Cat, and I'm sure he's fine with it. I'm sure he doesn't care. You have a cat? Yes, I have a cat. Does your cat have the same name as Lovecraft's cat? Haha. No, Xehanort doesn't power scale. He's more of a React streamer, I think. Oh, okay. SCP universe versus Lovecraft universe. My money is on Lovecraft, but I'm sure somebody after my video, somebody went to they created an SCP that solos all of Lovecraft's, and then they created SCP 666420, and they're like, this SCP can beat everyone in Lovecraft, and he's weaker than the Scarlet King, because that's the guy. That's the one from the SCP verse that everyone loves to hype the Scarlet King. That's the Solos Fiction guy. I really like that idea, that to keep you isolated, to have a style. Your style is really cool, so I support it then. Thanks Juan. I just try to, I don't want to get influenced by it, which it sucks, because I love power scaling. It sounds weird, but I really love this hobby. So I sometimes get videos titles that I'm like, oh, that sounds like a really interesting video, and I want to click it, but I don't. I never do it. I always go, nope, and I remove the video. Not interested, which I am, but not interested every time. It sucks though. In fact, if I go to my YouTube channel right now, let's see. If I open my YouTube, I get, because I'm a power scaler, I get recommended power scaling videos. I will like right now, let's see. Wow. Okay, so here's one. 292 views 4 days ago. What if Gohan trained under Whis? See? Well, that might not be power scaling. Let's go down and find another one. 5 times grand. No, that's not power scaling. Well, I have no. Oh wait, here's another one. Could Minecraft Steed beat Goku? Yeah, I would not be interested on that one, but I get power scaling videos recommended. Here's another one. Z Gogeta versus C Broly is really unfair. That sounds like an interesting video. I would watch it, but I'm not going to. I get power scaling videos recommended. I just don't watch them. I always go, nope, not interested, even though I am sometimes. He's lying. His cat's name is Goku. He's lying. His cat name is Gato. You are actually correct on that, DJ, because Gato means cat in Spanish. So yeah, that's what my cat's name is called. It's called Gato. Yeah, that's what I say when I go to the veterinarian. It's like, what is the cat's name? Just cat, which Gato in Spanish. It's like, just cat. Nice name, human. I agree. But it's not the same because I would like to have a name. The cat doesn't care. You see those biblically accurate angels? Do not be afraid. You're a floating eyeball with wings. Yeah, and they're not accurate actually. Can your cat be Goku? SCP Universe Beings, BRB making SCP. Probably saying, I am going to Google SCP C66420, and if I don't see it, I'm going to be very disappointed, son. I know you said you are going to do Lord of the Rings, but how strong is Aragorn specifically right now? Right now, he's not looking that strong. Stronger than a normal person, but not that strong. Definitely not like beyond superhuman, like King Arthur would kill him. King Arthur from my video would kill him. Shub Negarath cannot think, and Thiog was not very trustworthy because he thought Yig was friendly, but Yig turned a fetus into a snake and appeared as the devil in one story. That's a tough spot and commitment. I know people do it for other media too. It's a journey itself. Yeah, I just decided no, I cannot do this. I cannot do this because if I just steal someone's joke, I'm not doing it purposely, but I know I would. It's inevitable that if you watch other people's, you will not get influenced by them. It's impossible that was not going to happen. So I watch other content that is not power scaling. Unironically, SCP does stomp Cthulhu mythos, except for maybe Yoga. Oh.
Probably Sane donated $2. Would genuinely make, but don't want to vandalize.
Fair. That's fine. No, let's not do it. Let's behave. Yoxotot stomps. Ha 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 ha. Just watch them in incognito so no one knows you watch them. But no, because if I steal someone's joke, if I steal someone's editing style, even if I am the only one who knows, it will drive me insane. No watching power scaling content ever. Hey, do you remember who in the Cthulhu mythos died in 2518 AD? My great cousin named their cat Kitty. When you said that Lovecraft characters are not the strongest, what is the strongest character? I don't think that the strongest character in fiction exists. So that's what I meant. I should have been clearer, but I didn't. Mistake. But yeah, that's what I meant. I meant that no character in fiction can be the strongest. That cannot exist. Would generally make I think it's Ezekiel that describes angels. In the book of Ezekiel, the angels are described, yes. but they are not this. They are not. Let's go back to the browser. What is it? Biblically. Wait, you guys can see my browser, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. Biblically accurate angels. Okay. They are not this. They are not this. They are not like that. This is not what they are like. Yeah, I can see it, right? Yeah. My Greek cousins named their cat Kitty. When you said local characters are not, I think it's Ezekiel XD. I should have been clearer. Mistake, skillish. Bob is the strongest. The stick figure I just drew, Bob is the strongest. Correct. I can create a character right now who is as strong as I want him, and then I can create another character stronger than that, and so on and so on. Like, fiction is unbounded. I can always say a character is stronger than the other one, and so that's why to me the strongest character in fiction cannot exist. But it seems that some people really believe that the strongest character in fiction exists, so I just don't know. I don't know. What is this about a goal? No, I don't know what that is. Leave me alone. It's like, you want to set up a goal? I don't even know what that is, YouTube. More like when the wheel in a wheel covered in ice. Yeah, right. That's the Ophanim, but like the entire angel is not the Ophanim. In JoJo Steel Ball Run, Big J Jesus went to USA after reawakening. Does JoJo have a stand in? Does Jesus have a stand in JoJo? Because I know that Jesus exists in JoJo, but does he have a stand? And if so, what's his stand? Like, what does it do? Those look like Ophanim. That little ball with eyes, that is supposed to be an Ophanim, but that's not what the Ophanim looks like. The description in Ezekiel were just visions anyway. They weren't meant to be taken literally. Do you want to set up a goal? Thanks, small. It's because YouTube out of nowhere like shows a pop-up screen and it's like, hey, did you want to set up a goal? I don't even know what that means. Leave me alone. Yeah, no, there's a bunch. Yeah, that's just one of them. No, yes, Jesus has ticket to ride, sorta. No, he is no one. He corpse gives stand. His corpse gives stands. Oh, so that's the origin of stands in JoJo? They come from Jesus's body? Because that's really cool, actually. Jesus is immortal. He's the first stand user. YouTube is asking if you want to set up a goal where if you get enough money, you'll do something. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. Like, leave me alone, YouTube. Because someone gave you enough money to trigger it. Someone? I wonder who that person was. They chop his body up so he's in pieces, but he was supposed to be in more. Damn, that's kind of brutal. They split Jesus into like, they Osiris Jesus in JoJo? God damn. In the alternate universe only in Steel Ball Run, not actually. Parts 1 to 6 are not connected to the universe that has Jesus. Well, that sounds very confusing. So there's two universes in JoJo. One has Jesus in it and the other one doesn't. Okay? But doesn't that downplay the power of Jesus? Because if he's only constrained to one universe, then he's not really omnipresent, isn't he? In the part 7 JJBA, I'm assuming this stands for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, had a reboot starting from part 7. In part 7, in the part 7 universe, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure had a reboot starting from part 7. Okay, so from what I understand, like, the universe got rebooted. Cool. Oh, I understand now. They Osiris Jesus in JoJo. Goddamn. Literally. Goddamn. Yeah. In JoJo, is Jesus God? Well, I would hope he is. By the way, this is a cool video. I've watched it. Jesus JoJo. It is a cool video. Wait, how do I mute it? Mute the music. I just like this video. It's cool. That's a cool video. I don't understand like half of the visuals in the video, but it is a cool video. Kudos to whoever made it. In JoJo, in the original timeline, parts 1 to 6, the power was an alien virus from a meteorite that gives you the power to reach between dimensions. And also, the virus is sentient, seemingly. Wow, that... So there's aliens in JoJo. Okay, well, there are vampires. So, wait, aren't the vampires from space? Yeah, because the Pillarmen are from space. I remember the Pillarmen. Okay, well, there's a lot in JoJo. There's a lot going on in JoJo. That's what I'm learning. You know who gets arguably even more glazed than Goku? Simon from Devlin. There was a time when the Super Tengen Toppan Gurren Lagann used to be put on a pedestal as the strong. I lived through that. I lived through the strongest, the Super Tengen Toppan Gurren Lagann, you being the most powerful guy out there. That was for years, bro. It was years. He then got replaced by Golden Experience Requiem. But for years, the Super Tengen Toppan Gurren Lagann used to be the guy that everyone used to put on a pedestal as he solos fiction, bro. He is the one. There's always one guy. There's always one guy in anime, right? Right now it's this guy, the guy with the thingy on his eyes that he has like domain expansion, white hair. What's his name? He's the one that is currently being glazed as the strongest. I forget his name. I want to say Jojo, but that's not his name. I think it starts with Gojo. There you go. No, Gojo. Right now it's Gojo. Gojo is the one that everyone is gassing as the strongest character in fiction right now. Gojo is the guy in anime that everyone's like, oh my god, dude, this guy is gonna kill Goku. Yeah, there's always a guy. There's always someone. Have you seen the anime short My Last Day about Jesus? I know that it exists, but I've never watched it. The stand bad guy from part 6's power was ending heaven and acceleration time until a new Big Bang started, aka the universe. Wow. That guy sounds strong. So where do you stand on the Goku versus SpongeBob debate? I don't think that 30 billion SpongeBobs can beat Goku. Because Goku can destroy multiple universes, and 30 billion SpongeBobs is smaller than a planet. And SpongeBob is not that strong. The feat that people gas out about SpongeBob about the galaxy, right? Like when Gojo, so many names I get confused. When SpongeBob pulls a string and destroys a galaxy, that's the one that people are like, see, he can one-shot everyone. At best, that's a galaxy level feat, my guy. Like, what are you talking about? And it's not his own power. He pulled a string that was on the ground. Like, that doesn't count. Like, that's nothing. Have you, so where do you, the corpse of Jesus gave Mr. Valentine 4C, which can travel through dimensions. Simon is engaged. Also related to what you were looking at, angels' faces cannot be seen according to if you see them, you die. Did you watch Solo Leveling? I know that it exists, and for a time, Solo Leveling was being hyped as the anime that was going to make manga popular. They were like, this is the one. People are gonna watch Solo Leveling, and then manga is going to take over, and anime is going to be replaced by Chinese cartoons, literally. But it doesn't seem that it happened. You know what's up? This is the second time my browser has cracked on this stream. Crashed. It's because there's too much power. There's too much power on the being portrayed on screen right now. Whatever is on screen, I don't even know. Probably some Jojo, whatever. So many this weird name, man. Part 7 of the main C is paraplegic that shoots infinite speed fingernail. Yes, and Requiem and Gojo. Gojo. How can Gojo be the strongest when he's weak AF? Well, that's the guy that right now is being gassed by so many. Especially a couple of years ago. Like maybe 2 years ago, he was the one. He was like, oh my god, this guy Gojo is so strong. He's gonna kill Goku. How can Jujutsu Kaisen? Also, the paraplegic rides horses, and so does everyone else. When Gojo SquarePants... Yeah, ORB is better. Who is your favorite comic book character? I like Superman, unironically. I just really like Superman. I think Superman is a really good character, and I like him a lot. Solo Leveling is bad. It's an isekai, that's all I know. I know that it's an isekai, and that for a time people were like, this is the one. They're gonna when normies watch Solo Leveling, they're going to throw all their anime to the garbage, and they're gonna watch manga, and it doesn't seem like that pan out. You can see angels' faces in the Bible. I don't know what that guy got that from. Solo Leveling is okay, but ORB is better. I don't know what ORB is. I remember seeing 1S Gojo or something on CSAP. I don't know what CSAP is. My favorite feat of power comes from Pelinial Whitestreak, who could erase reality itself just by being extremely racist. Okay? that should is a feat. When normies watch Solo Leveling, I see the problem. I remember people saying stuff like that. Well, maybe not with those exact words, but like I remember people saying it like that. When people watch Solo Leveling, they're going to replace. It's over for Japanese medium. It's over. Solo Leveling, for a time, there was this narrative forming around it when it was supposed to be the Japanese killer, and it didn't play it out because I don't know. Aside from you guys talking about it. Like for me to know about something, it has to get pretty big, right? Because I don't consume much of mainstream media. So if I hear about it, it gets pretty big. And I've never heard, I don't even know about a single character from Solo Leveling. So, yeah. Solo Leveling isn't even close to the best manga, even in the power fantasy category, I'd argue. Infinite level up in Murim, Infinite Mage, the Lich Paladin, auto hunting with my clones, all better. Solo Leveling isn't an isekai though. It's because I didn't even know what it is. I just thought it was an isekai. Gojo is the strongest in his burst, but clearing with no limbs, no dips him by comparison. I mean, I'm sure eventually the meme will die, but like, I promise you that if I were to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, like, I promise you that I would immediately find like a couple of things that would be like, oh, this guy's not as strong as people say. They're just lying. It definitely made an impact though. Gojo got split in half by someone in his own verse. Yeah, he's not. I don't know. Infinite Mage is actually good. I've been in ensnared in Agenda Scaler's influence 3 times. Drip Sauce, comic curator, and that guy that I forgot the name of that said that he made Fire S Mythos but didn't. Okay. Gotta go. See ya. Bye, Spiros. Have a good day. Good evening. Whatever time is where you are. I don't consume much lamestream media. I just don't have time, man. I'm a big fan of Solo Leveling, but I don't think I've heard people saying it was gonna be an anime killer. But I don't know. It definitely was for a time. I remember seeing it. I've been on the internet for a long time, my friend. I remember for a time there was this narrative. It's over for Japan. It's now the time of the Japan. The manga is on the rise. And like, okay. You like DC or Marvel? But I like DC comics better. Much. Well, it's because I like Superman, right? I like Superman. And because Superman is in DC Comics, then I like DC Comics. If Superman was in Marvel, I would be a Marvel guy. I just like Superman. That's the guy that I like. Do you think Persona characters are outer-versal? Persona characters? From the video game Persona? I don't think video game characters are as strong as people say they are. No video game characters. They are not. Have you ever read or watched a single shoujo? I don't know what that is, but let's Google it real quick. Let's Google shoujo. Sounds to me like some sort of anime type. That sounds to me, because shounen is an anime type. So I'm gonna guess that shoujo, it's also an anime. It's a type of anime. Let's see. Shoujo is an editorial category of Japanese comics targeting an audience of adolescent females and young female authors. Oh, it's like Yuri? Is that what it is? It's Yuri manga? If it is Yuri manga, I've read one a long time ago that was called Bloom Into You, because somebody recommended it to me. It's like, yeah, read Bloom Into You. And I read a couple of pages and I'm like, oh yeah, this is not for me. So yeah. What is your opinion of World of Darkness? Never read it. I keep hearing about it, but know nothing about it. All I know about World of Darkness is that people say that that it is the strongest verse in fiction. But that is a very big claim. So apparently Solo Leveling made Japan sign on like 20 mangas to become anime. Well, I have not heard anything about it. If he had any impact, it wasn't a lasting one, because if I hear about something, then that thing is very, very big. But I have not heard about it. I don't know the name of a single character from Solo Leveling, and if you show me one, I will not recognize them. Well, Sonic probably is. Shoujo equals anime manga for girls. Well, that's not. Well, Yuri. No, because Yuri probably isn't. Yuri manga isn't probably for girls. But like, let me think about anything specifically made for girls. I have watched some episodes of Kaleido Star. Does that count? When I was younger, I used to watch. They used to play on the TV. They used to play Naruto. Part 1 Naruto. But before they play Part 1 Naruto, they used to play they used to play Kaleido Star. So I used to watch Kaleido Star and then Part 1 Naruto. So I've watched a couple of episodes of Kaleido Star. So yeah, if that, I guess that counts as if that counts as shoujo anime or manga, then yes, that's what I watch. Superman is greater than World of Darkness, not gonna lie. If you could go on a date with any superhero, who would it be? maybe Batman, so that I can ask him for some money. But if or maybe Superman, so that I can hang out with Superman, because it seems cool to just hang out with Superman. And if not, I guess like Wonder Woman. I guess if it's just straight up for the looks, I guess Wonder Woman, because she is very pretty. Shoujo is like Sailor Moon. I have watched Cardcaptor Sakura. I have watched some Sailor Moon. I have watched Hamtaro. I don't know if that one counts as a shoujo anime, but I watched Hamtaro too. World of Darkness would cum Superman. Cook. would cum Superman. Ah, that's funny. Solo leveling brings nothing to the table. It's a fun watch, but it'll totally be forgotten before long. Even Kirito is less bland than Jinwo. See, I know who Kirito is. So that one has Sword Art Online. It had impact, as I know who Kirito is, but I don't know who Jinwo is. Ever heard of who would circle jerk? They are really funny. No, I don't go to Reddit. I went to Reddit once. The one time that I tried going to Reddit, I went to Reddit. I created an account and I went to the Yu-Gi-Oh subreddit, and someone was like, "Hey, how can I summon Exodia more consistently?" And I, as a joke, just said, "Just grab your deck every duel and just slap the Exodia cards on the table," right? I said it as a joke, and I instantly got banned for selling a joke. So that's my one experience with Reddit. Then ever since, like, well, not before, like even before that, I was like, I don't care about Reddit. But the one time I tried it, it confirmed that everything I knew about Reddit was correct. I don't like that website. Hot take: Superman beats Goku in an equal stats fight. I have to make a video one day on Goku versus Superman without powers. Spoilers: I think that Superman wins. I think Superman beats Goku without powers. How strong is the Thought Robot? It's cool that you call it, DJ. I like you because you call them the Thought Robot instead of Cosmic Armor, which is what everyone calls him. I like you for that. I don't think he's that strong. I think current Superman is stronger than the Thought Robot, because the Thought Robot was specifically created to defeat Mandrak. And current Superman is much stronger than Mandrak, because he has defeated guys significantly stronger than Mandrak. So he was strong at the time. He's not strong anymore. It's insane that current Superman is stronger than the Thought Robot, though. Is 100% right. If you could meet anyone in history, who would it be? That's an interesting question. It's hard to think about someone right now. There is a star man waiting in the sky. World of Darkness is pretty funny, because in one hand you have pretty weak vampires who any human could kill with a knife, and then you have mages. Speaking of vampires, this reminded me that speaking of vampires, I was almost picking up my own story yesterday. I almost did it. It had been so long since I read it, and I opened it, right, and I was like, you know what, I kind of feel like going back to writing again. So I opened the file, right, and I was like, okay, I don't even remember when I left. So I just scroll up a bit and I started reading, and I got lost in my own reading instead of writing more. so yeah, I wasted the time that I had because I wanted to write a bit more, and instead I wasted my own time reading my own story. I actually got captivated by my own story, bro. I'm like, this is kind of interesting. And then I realized, like, oh no, I wasted the time that I had available. Dang it. I had not opened that file in a long time. Re:Zero is the best isekai anime ever. Maybe, I don't know about Re:Zero. I know what it is. I've seen some stuff about it. Never actually sat and watched it. All I know about Re:Zero is that there's a bunch of memes about why doesn't is it his name, Kazuma? Akuma? What is the name of that guy from Re:Zero? It's either Kazuma or Akuma, one of those two. But no, wait, it's Suzuki. His name after a car. Now that I remember, his name after a car. Suzuki. Subaru. Yes. Yes. It's Toyota. Yeah, it's Toyota. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, all I know about Re:Zero is that I never watched it, but I heard some stuff about it. From the only isekai that I've watched. Wait, I watched Inuyasha. Does Inuyasha count as an isekai? That's another question. But from the isekais that I've watched, I like Overlord. That's I know very little about Re:Zero except for the meme of why doesn't Suzuki or whatever his name was, I forgot again. But the only thing about I know about Re:Zero is the meme about why doesn't Suzuki just use his powers to like predict the future or whatever. Like everybody always asks that. That's all I know. That meme. Well, I have arrived to the stream. Welcome, delicious potato. Wait, how is current Superman stronger than the cosmic armor? What happened to over the years? The Thought robot was specifically designed to defeat Mandrake, and there are guys much stronger than Mandrake, and Superman has beaten them. That's like surprising yourself, being surprised that that Goku is strong, that there's people stronger than Frieza. It's like, what? But Frieza was supposed to be the strongest. Yeah, at the time, but like the stories keep going, and now there's characters stronger. Who's your least favorite comic book character? The one that I could possibly not care more. It's probably the Fantastic Four. I could possibly that guy Franklin. No, not Franklin. Reed Richards. I could not care less about Reed Richards. Oh my goodness, I don't care about that. It's unbelievable how little I care about the Fantastic Four. I don't think you can physically fathom how little I care about the Fantastic Four. Can you please explain that? How can a person's own creation defeat them in fiction? Well, that is a theory that some people propose, right? That if a fictional character can defeat their author, then that fictional character is very strong. The problem is that that author insert will always be a fictional character, and that fictional character is featless unless, like, if I draw myself in the story and I draw that my character is beating me, that is just a fictional version of me, and that fictional version is virtually featless unless I go out of my way to make myself really powerful, which would be unbelievably cringe for anyone to do that. They beat the avatar of the author. Yep, Inuyasha is an isekai. Oh, there you go. I've also watched Saber Marionette. Does that count as an isekai too? That one is really old though. Gotta go to bye Artie. Magic Knight Rayheart is a cool 90s isekai that has magical girls and mecha elements. Overlord is so good. Overlord, I like it. I want to watch the movie. I have not had the time to watch the movie. Could Marduk beat Goku? Probably yes. He loves the Fantastic Four. Confirmed. Yeah, I adore the Fantastic Four. Oh my goodness, how much I love them. How would Albedo get what she wants though? Why is no one in the anime pointing that out? No, really, just a line like, he can use through shape change or something. Please, Bone Man, have no bone. I'm pretty sure like they could easily do it, right? Yeah, there's probably a way with the magic and whatever. Like, he probably could use like Wish to transform himself. He probably could do that. What do you think of Ben 10? I've never watched it. I just know that it was very big for a while, and that's it. But what if the show canonically shows the author getting beaten by a cosplayer? That's funny. Good night, everyone. Have a test tomorrow. I have to wake up early. Good night, Alfredo Augusto Nacimiento de Figueredo Amorim. I like saying the full name. Good night and good luck with your tests. Have a good one. Thanks for joining. In Hellraiser, the author is weaker than his creation, and even the real god is weaker than the characters in the book. I have to get going too. Have a good night. Goodbye, probably saying thanks for joining. Thanks for all the donations. Love you. And actually, I'm gonna go too, because I've been at this for almost 2 hours, and that's been more than what I was planning. I was planning on doing it for like an hour actually. So yeah, this is more than enough. So thank you all for joining me, guys. I forgot to just show you all. Oh well, I cannot show you. But my next video will be up on the 16th, and it will be a video on the strongest attacks in the Dragon Ball franchise, the strongest techniques. That's what comes next. Still going through all my Lord of the Rings. Eventually, I will get to do that, and that's the big project. But until then, more filler content. But I'm going through it slowly. I'm slowly but surely, I'm making progress on that. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Love you all, and have a good one. Bye.